Two directed line segments are equivalent if they have the same magnitude and direction. So on this first line, the blue line, this is going to be P, which is my initial, and Q. On the red line, here's my initial, and here's my terminal. Therefore, one thing I conclude right now is they have the same direction. The next piece I have to prove is the magnitude. So let's start with the magnitude of the blue line. I could make a right triangle and find the horizontal, the vertical distance, or I could use the distance formula. So I'm going to take the square root, I'm going to start with the blue line. I have to take the terminal and subtract the initial and square it. Then I'll do the same thing with the y's. The terminal, subtract the initial, and square it. So when I simplify this down a bit, I get -3 squared plus -8 squared, which is the square root of 9 plus 64, which equals the square root of 73. So this is the magnitude of the first line. The second line, the red line, I'm going to do the same thing. The square root of the terminal, which is 0, minus the initial, squared, plus the terminal y minus the initial squared. When I do this, I get -3 squared plus -8 squared, which is the square root of 9 plus 64, which equals the square root of 73. Now I can come to a conclusion that these two line segments are equivalent because their magnitude and their direction is the same.